right. Good morning, everybody. Um, let's see. We've got, it looks like YouTube is up. I know LinkedIn always has a little bit of a delay. Let's just see what we get. And we're just going to wait until we get that LinkedIn open. Let me open up the chat. Hopefully, LinkedIn is live. There's always a delay, just a little bit. All right, we are live. So, welcome everybody. This is the first of many live streams that are coming. That are going to be coming to you. I apologize. I'm trying to go between a bunch of screens. I have to remember that my camera is set up here. I'm going to be all of the restream and everything is up on the right hand side here, but then we're going to be coding on the left side here. So, all that said, I am really excited to have you all here today. My name is Sterling. I am a founding developer advocate at Inngest. So this is us. Previously, I am from Postman. I've done a lot in terms of, I was a software engineer, turned engineering manager, and then became an accidental DevRel. And I joke about that, but it's something that I love. Now I love being able to teach. I love being able to talk and interact with people and be able to be a part of the community. So today we're going to live stream building the swag store for Inngest. And as I joined, we're starting to add more content to our website, and I felt like, yeah, now's the time to really start to have some fun and get back into the whole idea of building things. So this is it. So I'm going to share my screen here. I need to remember how to. There we go. I'll leave my name up for now. Once again, this is the staging area. That's the live stream that I'm calling it. We're going to have some fun with this. The idea is that we're going to be live streaming use cases of AI agents. We're going to talk about agent experience. I'm going to take your questions live on air. So anytime you have any questions, feel free to drop those in the chat. All right. With that, I'm going to start to set the stage of what's going on here. So let's head over to my other screen. And all right. So on the left, on the screen that you see here, I've got a whole lot of stuff open. And I'm actually going to do this. Let's open up design. Let's open up claude.ai/design. And first I need to make sure I'm logged into now. Gotta love when that happens. Let's see. Oh, that's my other one. So let's sign into my the personal one. And normally I would have done this on my work, but I was flipping around between everything and went to the wrong one. So, all right. So today, this is what we're going to build on the right hand side here. I'm gonna see if I can make this a little bit bigger. So this is what we're going to be building today. I'm already done a significant amount of work on this because the live stream, for all intents and purposes, the purpose of this is for us to show you the back end. I'm going to show you how we're building this with Inngest, how we can make these durable workflows throughout our project. So I'm not going to go through like scaffolding a front end application. I've already done all of that. I've done a lot of that work ahead of time. So the idea here is I just want to make sure that we can show all of this. So this is what we're going to be building today. And I really do love Claude design. It's done great. So I can go in, you can click in here, close that. We're going to be adding cart. Today we're going to be using, so Claude, I'm going to use Marvin. I'm going to introduce you to Marvin, who is my personal assistant, on top of using a Claude Code harness. We're going to be using, obviously, Ingest, and I'm going to be using the Stripe integration, so we can actually make this live, and we're going to be testing this live on air. So with that, I'm going to close this. We'll leave that we'll leave this on the side, but we're going to open up localhost. I've already opened up Marvin on the left side. So Marvin is I'm going to zoom in. I should do all of that. There you go. And good morning, Marv. We're live on the internets for the staging. Let's get ready to build the back end of the ingest. All right. So I'm just letting Marvin know. Marvin is, again, as I said, my personal assistant. He runs just about 90% or more of my day. And he's been hugely beneficial in helping me with all of this. So obviously, good morning, everybody. So the goal with this is, oh, wow, he's already helping me with all of that. So let's set up on, I'm going to have three things open. I'm going to have the ingest. I'm going to have my npm run dev, which is my local host. I'm going to have my ingest dashboard open, and I'm going to be running and making sure that I have my Stripe WebSocket and my Stripe key ready to go. So we're working out of the live. Okay. So in here, I'm already in the live, so I'm going to run npm run dev up here, and that should, let's reload. Okay. So what you saw in the design versus what I see here, I did do, like I said, I did a bunch of prep work for all of this. I've set up, so I've got the images. Thank you to ChatGPT's new image 2 generation, because holy crap, I was able to make all of these with that. So we've got an ingest shirt, we've got a hoodie, I've got a sticker pack, and we've got a hat. And this is, you can see we can click through this. This is, again, the basic front end. There is nothing connected. There's no back end to this, just a front end. And now we're going to run, I don't want to open up Stripe. Oh, that is, I'm going to open up my Stripe, and I'm going to make sure we're running Stripe. That's going to give me my signing secret. And I've already got that, so we'll clear that. And let's do this. Let's run. Okay, npm is there. And let's start up our npx. Let's see. Mind. The And by the way, well, if you're here and you have any questions, please feel free to pop them in the chat. Oh, holy cow. Quentin, this Quentin is from my, well, back when I was at Postman, he was my boss. Good to see you, Quentin. I should have opened up the chat much earlier. So, uh, Josh Aragon is asking, what are we building? So, we are building a swag store for Inngest. Now, I've already done all the front end major legwork for it. Everything else is now I'm just going to be wiring up the back end. We're going to be integrating with Stripe, and we're going to make sure that this is running live using durable execution. All right. So I've already got npm run dev or npm run dev is up. So this is what we have on the right side here. On the left, right here, we're going to run npx, and I'm just going to make sure I capture that. All right, so we have the dev server up. That should reload here. Let's check the apps that we're running. Okay, I've got some 500s. That is A-OK. And then the Stripe webhook, we've already got that. And we're going to trigger everything, and let's do. So with this, the ingest. So one of the things that I want to talk about while we're here on the live stream, why Inngest? I've been asked quite a few times why I joined Inngest after leaving Postman. And one of the big things that I've recognized is that as we build more and more AI agents, we need to ensure that they are durable, and that infrastructure needs to ensure that a non-deterministic system can be more deterministic. So AI is, of course, very non-deterministic. And so if AI makes mistakes, we need to be able to catch that before it goes out to production. For instance, like we've seen all those chatbots, right? Remember a year ago or so, these chatbots were coming out, and some guy posted on that he was able to negotiate down a truck for $1 because someone on the back end had just signed up a chatbot, an LLM to it. What we do is with durable execution and with ingest specifically, you can step through those non-deterministic functions and ensure that every time you have something that comes back, you can check it, and then it can go back, and you can make sure that it is more deterministic, so we can test against it. Okay, so I'm going to talk to Marvin here. I've got the app running, but I'm seeing a 500 error on localhost. Okay, we're going to look for our events. By the way, something that I was going to mention here for all of you, I also have, so when I was at Postman, I built our Claude Code plugin for Postman. And what that did was it did a bunch of things checking for API. First thing I did here when I joined Ingest was building the exact same. So let's just double check. I'm going to double check here. I've got my plugin. And let's see what's installed. Ingest, looks like we need to reconnect. All right, so we are reconnected to Ingest Dev. Let's also check the plugin. Amplitude, I'm not going to worry about that. Let me check all my other ones. Okay, so Ingest MCP is up. Stripe is up. Cool, because we're going to be definitely using that. I've got Vercel, Slack, and Railway. Okay. All right, so we'll not worry about that. Let's start building the back end for the swag. store, please. I remember I can do all these fun little graphics. Let's see. There we go. So that's the design. I'm going to close that. We're going to just make sure that the swag store is running. Okay, so it looks like Marvin has set up block one. So we've got the Stripe signature validation. We've got our events. So store order order.placed. And we've got our independency key order placed session ID is ready to go. So we're wiring up Stripe right now. Now, previous to this, I did also set up Stripe. I didn't want to do this live stream. I hate just going through all of that live stream. Like again, the idea here is I just want to ensure that we've got everything here is showing you what's actually happening live. Okay, so for all those who are watching in the chat, go ahead and just, where are you all from? I'm live on YouTube and on LinkedIn. So I know I've got a few people in and about who I've used to work with. So welcome to you guys. But just pop in the chat. Where are you all from? Okay, so we've got all of this. Inngest dashboard is set up. I'm still getting an error here. Let's see. Whoop, that's not what I wanted. Okay. I should see, and I'm not seeing this, run. Let's restart the dev server. Okay. Oh, I was having this issue yesterday. So this is the error. In the front end dev server. Ooh, I need to learn how to spell. I was having this issue yesterday. Something that we also need to talk about today, while I'm here or while we're sitting here talking about all of these things, is I want to talk about the premise of agent experience. So that's something that I am focusing really hard on right now. With agent experience, as we become more and more agentic, so as our workflows are becoming more and more agentic, that's much more important that all of our docs. So if we have a software as a service, so we have some type of SaaS, you're doing something that has an API, your docs, everything needs to be readable by an agent. Now, it's interesting that I want to point this out real quick while I've got a moment. Is everything that is agent readable is theoretically or is human readable. So if your docs are agent readable, they are human readable. Not all human readable docs are agent readable docs. And that's something that we do need to differentiate while we start to build out this infrastructure for agent experience. An agent can go through your documentation 1,000 times faster than a human can. And human readable stuff, I mean, all of our docs up till now have been read or been meant for humans. That is not the case anymore. Humans are only going to be sharing some of the basic things. They're only going to be going through and they're going to talk about, we're going to go. I mean, humans don't like to read. I'm a lazy engineer. Let's be honest. I'm an absolutely lazy engineer. We don't like to read, but we do. But agents can read so quick. So what we should be doing is our documentation should be expanding, and we should be having good use cases, bad use cases. We should be also giving use case, not use good examples, bad examples, and use cases. So there it is. I'll get off my high horse now, and let's do this. Let's come back over here. And we're gonna check this. Checkout session not found. All right. Oh, we are good. Let's look at our events. We have our store.order placed. If I were to invoke this, invoke function, we've got a run. As we come in, let's check everything. And this is what I love to see. I'm going to expand this a little bit. So our function did run, and we've got our ingest function invoked, swag store fulfill order. We don't have any of the GID or any of that stuff yet. We haven't done anything, but this was just a test, and we are looking good. So let's go back, and that's working now. I can see the function. I invoked it on the ingest dashboard. Let's move on. Also, by the way, I have a sick son at home. So if you happen to see a head pop over here, he's at home sick for the day. So my apologies if he pops up. But at the same time, he's sick and it happens. He's a good kid. All right. So we've wired up everything. So the capture block, so capture payment retrieves the Stripe payment and throws it if it doesn't succeed. Let's actually go back, and I want to check all of this. So this is all the code that we're writing in here, and we can actually look at the functions that are happening. Now, again, I built a plugin for Claude Code that bases everything off of Inngest. It's got, I think, 9 skills now. I added the 9th skill last night while I was running through the live stream run through. And what it's going to do is the skills are going to help you understand what is let Claude, in this case, Claude understand. It's like if you're doing something that is going to be dependent. Oh, sorry, I was pushing something. So, what was I saying? Oh, so anytime you're building, like you're writing new code and you need something that may need a step function. So step function is going to allow you to step through a product or step through a function. Let's say you've got three different API calls, API A, B, and C. If A comes through, and you're running it through a post through a, I'm going to keep saying this. I'm still like adjusting to my non-Postman world. If you're running through an ingest, a step function, and a step.run function, for instance, you're going to have the first step. It's going to come back and it's going to cache that information. It's going to cache that response. Then we're going to go to step 2, which is that second API call. If something happens at that second API call, maybe it fails, and it runs and it checks 2 or 3 times. Finally, it finally comes and it finally succeeds. We're not rerunning that first API call again. That first API call is cached and we're storing it for a set amount of time determined by you. So if you need something, it's going to be, maybe it's a non-deterministic LLM function, and you're going to check that LLM is, that the answer it comes back, it fits within your guardrails. Whatever you get back, that first API call doesn't have to rerun again. So now you're stepping through that function every step of the way, and then and it clears it out. So this is where we've got our step.run. This is our capture payment. Let's shake. So if there's an error, we are going to kick it out. We are doing, this is our Stripe payment. We're going to wait for that. And once we are set through this, so if there's an error, we just return and we get out of this. If we get an error here, we are also going to throw an error. But then once everything comes through, we will return payments, ID, status, amount, and currency. Our inventory is also, we're going to be checking. So here is our step.run. This is going to reserve our inventory. This is going to pull what's in our inventory, and it's going to pull from our inventory numbers, and we're going to reserve that. So then that way we don't oversell something. And we've got a nice little console log here, and we'll return. So, and then confirmation. This is our confirmation for everything. So anything that is deterministic doesn't need to be wrapped in a step function. But if it is non-deterministic, so if there's something that we're waiting on, it does. We should be putting it into a step function. So at the end of all of this, our big function here for our fulfill order is going to return an order ID, a status, a payment, an inventory, and a confirmation. All right, let's go back over here, and let's just double check. So capture payment, retrieves a Stripe, reserve inventory, and send confirmation. So let's hop over to the dashboard. I'm going to close this. We're going to refresh the runs. Let's see what we have. All right. So let's do this. We're going to grab a function. We're going to grab a large shirt. We'll grab 2 of those. We'll close this. And I got to have one of these step.run hoodies. We'll do that in an Excel. And now let's see. So everything over here, we're still getting a 200. We're getting a bunch of 200 OKs. Gotta love this. Let's see. We've already wired up our Stripe session. So this should be redirecting. Oh, it doesn't look like it redirected Stripe just yet. But we did get an order confirmation. Let's go back to our functions and let's see if everything ran. And once again, if you're just joining us, don't forget to tell me where you're from, and we will chat more. Ask your questions. I'm going to hide that. We're going to run this one. just ask me any of your questions. Ask me questions about AI, agents, agent experience, or honestly, anything at all, really. All right, so that worked. Let's move on. Got our webhooks. Let's see. This is our Stripe stuff. We don't need to worry about that. This is what we really care about. Our ingest functions. So in my past life, I've told these stories a few times, but I like to tell these stories just for anyone who's new in my audience. In my past life, I was a third grade teacher. And after that, I started working in the movie industry. That's where I got my CDL license. I did set construction for movies that came in through Utah, did transportation logistics, did a ton of stuff that way. And then about 10 years ago, decided to change my career and moved into development. Went to a boot camp back in Utah called Dev Mountain, and here we are. So it's been a wild ride. I love what I'm doing, and I wouldn't be who I am without all those past lives, if I kind of call them that. But yeah, it was fantastic. So all right, it looks like we're ready. What did Marvin just build? Marvin built our ingest channels. So that's the order channel. We've got a fulfill order, actions.ts. So we should see some more here. Order client. What else do we have here? There's our channels and our order status client.tsx. So that's going to be our orders. So this is orders, check orders, order status client for subscriptions, messages. Cool. We've got some steps there. So we're going to restart the dev server. And oh, I don't know why that opened over here. I'm gonna run this. It just opened up on my other screen. So let me move this over. Move this to. I'm still new to Dia. Move to ingest. There we go. All right. Cool. So we opened this one up. This is just our orders. That gives us the order ID. This is going to capture our payment, all that. And from the ingest dashboard, let's invoke fulfill order. So I'm going to invoke our fulfill order. We just did that. Oh, here we go. I should have probably finished reading what you said, Marvin. My apologies. Let's go back to that function. Let's invoke it. And we're going to drop in. Of course, I need two. Oh. All right, so we're going to invoke this function. Oh, I needed to have data in there. All right, so we'll just do this. And let's do, just because I'm going to be itchy like this. All right. There we go. So we invoked our function. Let's see. Let's pull up the right function. Let's make sure we got everything. All right. So we've invoked it. It looks like the amount total. I did not realize I spent $4,200 at our swag store. Holy crap. Lauren is going to love me for spending $4,200. Okay, it's fake money. I think this is all just testing, but still, holy cow. Okay, so everything is green along across the board. And let's go back over to here. And let's see. I'm going to invoke this again. And now let's go back to the swag store. Oh, it's too slow. All right. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to move this. I'm going to put these side by side. So there we go. Oops, wrong one. There we go. So there's the function. We're going to invoke this again. We should see all of this change right here. And we'll test it. Let's invoke the function. All right. So it looks like we've got our capture payment came through. Our output came out, and we have sent. So it looks like we've also sent it to, obviously, unknown@example.com. All right. Let's come back over here. That all worked out. Let's build the next block. Make sure that Stripe works. By the way, shout out to the Stripe team. Their stuff is so good. Their CLI and their like the plugin that I have that I implemented on Cloud Code is so fantastic. Like I can't even begin to tell you. So huge shout out to the Stripe team for all their great work. It has made building this so ridiculously easy. All right, let's see. My cat's running around here too. Once again, this is the staging area. We are going to be doing this every week for the next 6 weeks or more. The idea is that I'm going to be building live on camera. So if you have any questions, if you have anything that you'd like me to build, if you have use cases or anything, honestly, just if you have any suggestions on something you'd like to see me build, just drop that in a comment and put that in the description down below, or put that in our comments down below, and I will take a look. I'd love to build something for everyone out there. All right, so it looks like we are clean. So our block 4 is wired. So what we've done, we can browse the catalog, add to cart, click checkout, and that should create a new checkout. That should redirect us to our checkout on with Stripe. Again, I love these guys. All right, so let's give this a shot. I am going to, let's see. go back to our catalog. I'm going to put these side by side again because I do want to see what's happening in my terminals while I'm running. So let's restart the dev server just to be safe. I'm in the catalog. Let's go back through, grab a large shirt, and I'll grab an XL hoodie. I'm gonna, you know what? Let's grab 2 hats. I don't have enough hats in my world. All right, so this is all good. Now I should be able to check out with Stripe. So this is our look. I've got my shirt, Durably Yours, Inngest hoodie, and the Inngest hat. Let's create everything. Ooh, look at this. All right, we're going to pass this into a card. Let's do sterling@inngest.com. Let's see, 428, and we'll say 424. In my card, sterling. Let's see, 94506. I do not want to do that. And let's see what happens. Everything worked out. I've got a confirmation order over here. So now let me see if my order shipped. And looks like it's shipping. So that's the order number. All right. So that is great. I'm going to do a quick check on time. All right. So that worked. However, now that I'm on the, what is this? Now that I'm on the order page, it's not showing the correct payment or any of the details. I ordered 1 shirt, 1 hoodie, and 2 hats. This is what is on the page. Go back to the chat. Okay, so that is still that invocation that we did here. I want to make sure this is all running. So done. Test by placing a fresh order of items and total should now populate. One caveat in the demo: real-time channels don't replay past messages. So if you refresh the order after the function is already finished, the metrics will show waiting inventory step. Okay. So let's kill this. Let's restart our dev server. Let's go back to our catalog. In this case, we're going to change what we're ordering. I'm going to order 4 sticker packs. I really hope I don't want to sell our sticker packs for that much, but you know, it's fine. All right. So sterling@inngest to card 429 424. Sure. 94506. Oh, name on card. Sterling. All right. So this is our order number, and we should see. So I've got order confirmation over here on the left side. Let's go watch our order. Awaiting inventory step. All right. So now we are actually, this is wired up. I'm seeing more stuff here. So let me open up the admin. Admin is not set up. That worked. Now we need to the admin page. This is all mock data, by the way, on the left side. This is one of the things I really love about all of this is just the fact that like the power of AI, and having worked with Marvin on the Cloud Code harness, like with all the plugins, it just makes it so much easier to make some amazing looking things. I'm still going back through the code, still have to check the premise of or the principles of good software development are still relevant. We still need good all of that. So yeah. So if you're new here, shoot in the chat where you're from. Ask me anything. I will answer any of your stuff. I'm happy to do that. And let's see. We are working on the Swag Store admin actions. So this is where we're over here. We're working on this page. This is all mocked data right now. Marvin with Cloud Code is helping me make sure all that is wired up. All right, so it looks like it's wired up. Let's test it. Marvin is saying what he built. Admin channel. You saw on here. All of a sudden, no orders are placed yet. So let's go back. We're going to go back to the catalog. Let's grab. This time, we're going to grab a hoodie. We're just going to grab one hoodie. We'll go through the checkout process again. Stripe makes it so easy to do this. All right. So payment has gone through. Thanks. Now in here, let's reload this. I placed an order. Maybe I need to restart the dev server. Okay, we're going to try this one more time. So we restarted everything. Let's go back through. We're going to order a hoodie. Whoops, wrong button. Quickly go through all this. Card. Sterling Chin, 94506. Don't need to save this for future checkout. We come back. I've got an order JUUZ. All right, let's open this up. Nope. I placed a mock order. Went Stripe and got an order number, but the admin page does not show it. Sorry, I got distracted a little bit. I am looking on YouTube. I got a message from somebody. Or if you're on YouTube and you're watching me on YouTube, can you tell me if you're seeing this? I got a text message saying that YouTube was not working. So I'm just trying to see. Nope, I'm here on YouTube. All right, I guess YouTube is working. That's okay. And we got viewers on LinkedIn. So things are still working. Cool. All right, let's double check everything. So hard reset the Next.js dev server. Yep, I did that. Open admin and check the header. It should stay. Let's inspect this. Yep. So we are seeing the admin real time in another tab. Place a fresh order. So we're going to place another order. We're going to test all of this one more time. Let's grab just a hoodie this time. And this is why people say, like, sometimes, like when you're doing things live. I mean, hell, if I was doing this is just testing. Like I'm testing over and over and over again, um, and it's sometimes really monotonous. It's you're just repeating yourself, but it's what we do. It's how we check everything. AI is not going to be able to do all of this at the same time. It's not going to be able to um, continue to test. So real time is on. Let me refresh the page. Well, says we got ordered. Um, in the admin page, I see the uh, admin time is subscribed. So it looks like this should be working. What happens when I watch my order? I don't see anything. Well, we are coming up to time, and I want to thank everybody who stayed through. This was absolutely amazing. I'm going to go back to here. We're going to keep working. I'm going to keep working on this. This is going to go live. I am going to make this like this is going to be live where you can order swag using Ingest backend and the Stripe integrations. So thank you all for joining us. This is the first episode of the staging area, the first live stream. I am going to be doing this, like I said, once a week from 9 a.m. Pacific time, right here on Wednesday, every Wednesday for the next 6 weeks. So thank you all, and please hit the like and subscribe button. See, there's all these graphics I can do, and I can say thank you for watching. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you.